Let me ask you something that no one probably ever has. When was the last time you actually took care of your penis? And no, I do not mean just cleaning it in the shower or adjusting your boxers. I mean really caring for this part of your body the way you care for your teeth, your heart, or your joints. Because here's the honest truth. For most men, especially after the age of 50, penis health becomes something they ignore until it becomes a problem, until there is discomfort, loss of function, or a feeling of distance from the part of themselves that once made them feel fully alive. But it does not have to be this way. As a urologist, I can tell you with absolute certainty, the men who take care of their penis as part of their daily health routine are often the ones who stay active, confident, and connected to their vitality well into their 70s and 80s. So, if you are over 50 or even just approaching it, now is the time to pay attention, because your penis is not just about sex. It is a window into your circulation, your hormones, your lifestyle, and your emotional health. In this video, I am going to share with you a gentle, practical routine that every man over 50 can use to support the health, function, and longevity of his penis. We will talk about how your body changes after 50, what your penis needs to stay responsive and strong, and the daily care habits that can make a real difference physically, emotionally, and even relationally. No gimmicks, no awkward talk, just real science-backed guidance presented with respect and honesty, the way every man deserves to hear it. By the end of this video, you will understand why caring for your penis is not an act of vanity. It is an act of mature self-respect, and one that can quietly improve your sleep, your confidence, and even your relationship. Let's get started. So, let us begin with the big picture, because that is where real understanding starts. After the big picture of 50, your body quietly begins to shift into a new phase, one that is just as meaningful, just as full of possibility, but undeniably different from your younger years. And this shift is not something that happens all at once. It comes in gradual, subtle waves. Little things begin to change, and one of the first areas that feels this change, whether we talk about it or not, is our sexual health. Hormone levels begin to shift. The most important one for men, testosterone, starts to decline slowly over time. Now, testosterone is not just about libido or bedroom drive. It also affects energy levels, muscle strength, mood, and yes, the natural desire and physical readiness for intimacy. When testosterone dips, you might notice that your response takes a little more time, or that your mind feels ready, but your body is a step behind. At the same time, your blood flow becomes less efficient. The challenge: the arteries and veins that carry oxygen-rich blood to every organ in your body, including the penis, start to narrow and stiffen slightly with age. Your heart and circulatory system have to work a bit harder to deliver what your tissues need. And unfortunately, your penis is one of the first places to notice this decline. Why? Because it relies entirely on healthy circulation to perform. Then comes the change in nerve sensitivity. The nerves responsible for sensation and arousal begin to fire more slowly. The connection between your brain and your body, that once automatic spark that responded to a glance, a touch, a thought, now needs more stimulation, more relaxation, or more time to respond. It is not that the signal is gone. It just takes a little longer to travel down the line. None of this means something is wrong or broken. In fact, it is completely normal, but it does mean that the systems supporting your sexual function, your hormones, your blood vessels, your nerves, need more care and attention than they did when you were 30. Think about it this way. Just like your knees might feel a bit stiffer in the morning, or your eyes need help focusing on the fine print, or your muscles take longer to recover after physical activity, your penis is going through its own version of aging. And like every other part of your body, it still wants to function, but it cannot do it alone. It needs your support. But here is the challenge. Most men ignore these changes, or they joke about like watching a warning light flicker on your car dashboard, and instead of popping the hood, you keep driving, hoping it will fix itself. But your penis is not trying to shame you. It is not punishing you. It is simply trying to talk to you. It is sending subtle signals that it needs help. More movement, better circulation, less pressure, and a different kind of attention than it used to require. If you listen to those signals and respond with care, not frustration, you give your body a real chance to thrive, not just survive. Because the truth is, men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond can maintain strong sexual function and a healthy connection to their bodies, but only when they stop pretending they are still 25 and start caring for the body they are actually living in today. And it all starts with one essential thing your penis cannot live without: blood flow. Blood flow. Healthy, steady, oxygen-rich blood keeps the tissue of your penis flexible, nourished, and responsive. It helps it stay warm, alive, and able to function properly, both for urination and for arousal. Without good blood flow, nothing else works. But here is where it gets tricky. The penis is often one of the very first places in your body to show signs of poor circulation long before your heart gives you any warning. You may feel a drop in firmness, slower response, less morning activity, or reduced sensation. And those are not random. They are early indicators that blood flow is not reaching where it needs to go. So, if you are living with high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, or diabetes, if you sit for most of the day, if you smoke, or if your diet lacks nutrients that support cardiovascular health, your penis is the first to notice even before you do. And while that can feel discouraging, it is actually a gift because it gives you a chance to respond early, make small changes, and support your whole body, starting from the most sensitive, honest part of yourself. Your penis does not lie, and if you listen to it, it might just help you live longer, feel better, and stay connected to your strength for years to come. That is why a major part of your penis care routine, especially after 50, should be daily movement. And I do not just mean hitting the gym or lifting weights. I mean natural, gentle movement, walking, stretching, deep breathing. These may seem simple, but they are powerful tools. They are not just good for your heart or your joints. They play a direct role in keeping blood circulating through your pelvic region, which is absolutely essential for keeping your penis healthy and responsive. When you move your body, you stimulate your blood vessels to stay open and flexible. You also help flush out the waste products that tend to accumulate in areas with poor circulation. These waste products can stiffen the soft tissues, including the delicate blood vessels that serve your penis. Over time, that stiffness can make it harder to get or maintain an erection or to feel fully present in intimate moments. Even 5 to 10 minutes of light movement a few times throughout the day can make a real difference. You are not just exercising your body, you are preserving the life and function of what is arguably your most sensitive circulatory organ. And the good news is, you do not need to treat this like a workout. You just need to keep things moving. A short walk after lunch, some light leg stretches while watching television, or even slow breathing and pelvic tilts in bed. So, if you want to feel better, not just in the bedroom, but in your overall vitality, start moving, not with pressure, not with shame, but with steady, loving consistency. This is about care, not performance. Now let us move to the second part of your routine, something that is deeply important but rarely talked about, and that is caring for nerve sensitivity. As the years go by, the nerves that control arousal, pleasure, and physical response begin to lose a bit of their speed and clarity. It is not that they stop working altogether. It is more like the volume turns down slightly. But here is the good news. They can be reawakened. They can be retrained. And that does not require anything extreme or uncomfortable.
This is where gentle touch comes into play, and not for arousal, but for connection. Think warm nerve sensitivity baths where you allow your body to relax into sensation. Think light massage over the lower abdomen, the inner thighs, or the buttocks, not for stimulation, but for circulation and awareness. Think of applying a bit of natural oil or lotion with care, letting your skin and nerves remember that they are still important, still alive. This daily attention builds awareness. It sends signals to your brain that this part of you matters, that it is still safe to feel, to connect, to be present in your body. That relaxation opens up the gates for better blood flow, better sensation, and reduced tension, and it begins to undo the stress that often builds up silently over time. You can also nourish your nerves from the inside out. Staying well hydrated supports nerve communication.
Limiting alcohol reduces nerve damage, and getting enough B vitamins, especially B12, helps maintain the protective coating around nerve fibers, allowing signals to travel more clearly and quickly. The goal here is not to force your body into some ideal performance. The goal is to create the conditions where your body feels safe, supported, and welcomed back into sensation. Because when that happens, frustration fades, and in its place, you start to rediscover real, meaningful intimacy both with yourself and your partner. Next, let us talk about something very basic, but so often overlooked: skincare and hygiene. This might not seem like a big deal, but it can have a huge impact on your comfort, confidence, and long-term function. Especially if you are uncircumcised, cleaning the foreskin gently each day with warm water is essential. This helps prevent the buildup of bacteria or residue that can cause irritation or infection. But whether you are circumcised or not, one thing is universally true: the skin down there is incredibly thin, delicate, and prone to dryness as you age. Using a gentle skincare hygiene fragrance-free moisturizer once or twice a week or after bathing can help protect that skin. It keeps it soft, reduces the risk of cracking or irritation, and helps you avoid that raw, tight feeling that many men ignore until it becomes painful. If you are someone who sweats throughout the day or wears tight clothing, a light dusting of natural talc-free powder can also reduce friction and discomfort. But the most important rule here is treat this area with gentleness. No harsh scrubbing, no scented soaps, no alcohol-based products. This is not about making things look a certain way. It is about function. When your skin is calm, clean, and properly cared for, your nervous system feels at ease. That sense of comfort tells your brain, "I am safe here." And that is when your body becomes more responsive, more relaxed, and more confident. Your penis deserves the same thoughtful care you might give to your face, your hands, or your eyes. Not because you are trying to impress anyone, but because this is your body and it deserves attention, daily movement, gentle stimulation, proper skin care. These are not luxuries. They are basic forms of self-respect. And when practiced consistently, they can help you feel more alive, more connected, and more in control, not just of your physical body, but of your life. Finally, I want to talk about mindset, because penis care is not just physical, it is also emotional. After 50, many men begin to carry unspoken anxiety about their performance, their desire, or whether they are still the man they used to be. That stress shows up in the body in tension, in hesitation, in doubt. But what if you looked at your penis not as something that is failing, but as something that is trying to adapt? What if your new job was not to fight it, but to support it like you would a friend or partner? When you show up with curiosity instead of pressure, your nervous system relaxes, and when that happens, your body often responds better, more gently, more fully, and more consistently. Penis care is not about perfection. It is about presence, about creating conditions for your health to continue.
So take that 5 minutes a day, stretch, hydrate, touch gently, move, stay warm, stay calm, keep blood flowing, and most of all, stay connected, because this part of you is still alive, still capable, still worthy of attention. So here is what I want you to remember. Your penis is not separate from the rest of your health. It is not a luxury item or something that only matters during intimacy. It is a living, breathing, responsive part of your body that needs daily care, just like your teeth, your heart, or your skin. After 50, the rules change, and your body begins to ask for more attention, not more effort, but more honor. By following a simple daily routine supporting circulation, touch, nerve health, skin, and mindset, you give yourself a chance to feel connected, strong, and proud of the body you still live in. If this video helped you, I hope you will subscribe for more gentle, honest men's health advice. Share this with a friend, a brother, or someone who needs to know it is never too late to take care